Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Updates you on all the running stories and connects you to the newsmakers.
Citi
News.
Hello, good afternoon and welcome to Citi Prime News. This news is live from our studio at Adabraka in Accra. My name is Zoe Abubeiduado. Coming up, Special Prosecutor clears former President John Mahama of wrongdoing in Airbus deal.
The intermediaries appeared to expect and receive the payments as their legitimate expectation, and their actions, in whichever way viewed, were calculated as businessmen expecting their lawful paychecks and not as conduits of a bribery scheme.
Also coming up, lack of street lights in Accra spares safety concerns as National Road Safety Authority urges caution during the night.
If there is any problem with a street light, you need to investigate what the problem is. It is not the mandate of ECG to check the installation or fixing of street light.
Still to come, NLC urges allied health professionals at Kolebu to heed Health Minister's promise amidst plans for an industrial action.
So the NLC actually advised us that once the minister said he will resolve it within 7 days, we should go and get it resolved together with the minister.
And later, Ghana's men 4x100 relay team disqualified from 2024 Olympic final after lane infractions. This bulletin is also live across our partner stations. In the Western region, we are on Adwempa 100.7 FM in Takwa, Beach 105.5 FM in Takrade. In the Bono region, we are on Greener 95.9 FM in Sunyani, Adwempa 99.9 FM in Inkarie. In the Volta region, we are on Heritage 107.3 FM in Hohoi, Freedom 88.1 FM in Sugakope. In the northern region, we're on Radio Gaki 88.3 FM in Saboba, Upper East, Quality 88.7 FM in Garu. And in the northeast region, we're on Nobia 95. We are on Nobia FM 98.1 in Nalerigu.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Updates you on all the running stories and connects you to the newsmakers.
Thank you for your time this afternoon. We begin from the Office of the Special Prosecutor, which has cleared former President John Mahama of any wrongdoing in connection with the Airbus scandal. During a press conference today, the office revealed that John Mahama was identified as Government Official 1 in a deferred prosecution agreement by a UK Crown Court, which has investigated bribery allegations against Airbus in several countries, including Ghana. The investigation by the UK court has found Airbus employees guilty of facilitating bribes to government officials to secure business deals. President Akufo-Addo earlier referred the matter to the Office of the Special Prosecutor for further investigations into the Ghanaian aspect of the case. The Special Prosecutor's investigation confirmed that John Mahama was indeed Government Official 1 and his brother Samuel Adam Mahama was identified as Intermediary 5. However, the office concluded that both John Mahama and his brother were involved in the Airbus transactions with good intentions and that there was no evidence to suggest that any bribes were not paid to John Mahama or any other government official. The money paid to Samuel Adam Mahama was determined to be for legitimate agency services rendered to Airbus, and no further action was deemed necessary by the Special Prosecutor's Office. So the Special Prosecutor this afternoon addressed the press and has indicated that former President John Dramani Mahama did no wrong in the Airbus deal. He has confirmed his involvement but cites good intentions. Let's hear the Special Prosecutor, Kisi Jabin.
The sole aim of Airbus was to save its image and reputation, never mind what it did to the image and reputation of the referenced individuals, and to pay fines to avoid prosecution. Therefore, by reconstructing the entirety of Airbus dealings in Ghana, and through its intermediaries and with Ghanaian public officials, the OSP, looking at it from both the perspective of the officials of Airbus and that of the Airbus intermediaries and Ghanaian public officials, it seems to us that what Airbus perceived and accepted in the deferred prosecution agreements as the real intentions of its employees in their dealings with the intermediaries and Ghanaian public officials is at cross purposes with what appear to be the real intentions and expectations of the intermediaries and the Ghanaian public officials in their dealings with the employees of Airbus. This is what I'm saying. While the accepted facts in the two foreign jurisdictions are that the employees of Airbus designed the payments to the intermediaries as bribes intended to court favor with Ghanaian public officials, especially ex-President John Dramani Mahama. On the other hand, the intermediaries appeared to expect and receive the payments as their legitimate expectation under an arrangement of success-based commissions for the sale of the military transport aircraft to the government of Ghana. And their actions, in whichever way viewed, were calculated as businessmen expecting their lawful paychecks and not as conduits of a bribery scheme.
So you heard the special prosecutor there, Kisi Ejabeng. Let's now go over the phone lines and speak to the National Communications Officer of the National Democratic Congress, Sami Jemfi, who has written a piece based on this particular press conference that happened a few minutes ago. Good afternoon, sir. Thank you so much for joining us. We have seen or cited an opinion piece that you have personally written, but what is the official stance of the party as we speak?
Well, the official stance of the party is that this is something to celebrate. This is something to shout about, because the truth we all knew has today been vindicated by a statutory body, the Office of Special Prosecutor. We have always maintained, right from the outset of this Airbus saga, which was the creation of the NPP, that President Mahama was squeaky clean. President Mahama is innocent. He has not engaged in any wrongdoing as far as the procurement of those aircrafts were concerned. Neither has his relatives or appointees engaged in any wrongdoing. No bribes were demanded by them. No bribes were paid to them. No laws were circumvented. Due process was followed. The state was not shortchanged in any way. We've maintained these positions throughout this conversation. But our brothers on the other side, talking about the corrupt Akufo-Addo, Bawumia, Ejapadia cabal, who are desperately seeking equalization, who are desperately looking for corruption classmates, went on a smear campaign spree, trying desperately to smear President Mahama and create an impression that President Mahama had engaged in some wrongdoing as far as the procurement of those aircrafts were concerned. Well, today, the truth is out. And that truth has vindicated President Mahama. It has vindicated all of us that indeed President Mahama is totally innocent of those preposterous, those wicked allegations concocted by the Akufo-Addo, Bawumia NPP government in desperation to equalize. Today, the truth is out. The Office of Special Prosecutor, and I'm just reading the report. If you look at paragraph 6.5, the Special Prosecutor says emphatically, it says that the OSP investigation found no evidence that former President Mahama was involved or played any role in the procurement and maintenance of the agency relationship between Airbus and Foster. That is his brother. And if you look at paragraph 6.6, the OSP continues to say that it also appears that Foster and his associates became involved as intermediaries in the Airbus Ghana deal after the decision by the government of Ghana in preference of the C-295 aircraft. Therefore, it seems that Foster's Airbus intermediary role at the time his brother served as the vice president of Ghana was a case of luckless coincidence that attracted the disapproval of the UK and US authorities.
Okay, so
this should tell all Ghanaians that President Mahama is incorruptible. 7.5 years after leaving office, his integrity remains intact, squeaky clean, unblemished, and clearly he is the incorruptible leader we need to win the fight against corruption. It should also tell every Ghanaian that the MPP is an evil political party who go about concocting evil lies, things they know to be false, against political opponents, just to destroy the reputation of innocent men. That is what they have done to President Mahama. But you see, lies have a short lifespan, and the truth will always stand. And the truth has stood in this matter, and it has vindicated John Mahama, and we are excited about this.
Okay, Sammy, will you say that this was necessary, that it ought to be done, asking the president referring the matter to the Office of the Special Prosecutor? Now, was this necessary to get the details that we are getting from the Office of the Special Prosecutor today, which stands or exonerates former President John Dramani Mahama? Because if this wasn't done, then Ghanaians would still have had the impression that former President John Mahama was involved in a bribery scandal.
Absolutely. It was absolutely important that the special prosecutor investigated this matter. And look, President Mahama himself challenged the special prosecutor to investigate this matter. And the special prosecutor says that he cooperated with his office. He availed himself, he was interviewed, he answered all the questions they asked him because his hands are clean, his heart is clean. This man served this nation dutifully, in good conscience. He has done his best for this country, and he's still committed to developing Ghana. He's done nothing wrong to deserve the kind of bastardization that this evil MPP corrupt cabal have subjected him to in the last 10 or more years. As for President Akufo-Addo referring the matter to the special prosecutor, Martin Amidu has told us what his intentions were. His intentions were not for the special prosecutor to conduct credible, transparent investigations into the matter like the OSP has done. Martin Amidu has told all of us that President Akufo-Addo kept mounting pressure on him to indict President Mahama at all costs. So for Akufo-Addo, he was not interested in unearthing the truth. He was only interested in smearing an innocent man, John Mahama, because they think that by doing that, they will have a good chance of winning the elections. But you see, God is not a man that is to be mocked. And that is why he has spoken in very clear terms to the Office of Special Prosecutor. Now the truth is out. What do they have to say again?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for speaking with us. I was the National Communications Officer of the National Democratic Congress, Sammy Jefe. We're bringing you more details on this in our subsequent bulletins. Let's move to some other stories now. Now, the National Labour Commission has urged allied health professionals to consider the Health Minister's promise to address the administrative concerns raised by the group. The professionals, comprising 18 associations, including the Ghana Association of Medical Laboratory Scientists, the Ghana Physiotherapy Association, and the Ghana Society of Radiographers, initiated an industrial action due to the hospital's refusal to appoint an independent body to oversee their operations. The group argues that the affairs of its members are not being properly managed, prompting their request to establish a separate directorate to oversee their operations. Speaking to Citi News, President of the Kolebu chapter of the Allied Health Professionals, Dr. Francis Kwachi Entry, stated that the group is expected to return to the NLC on August 14 for updates on the minister's progress in resolving the issues.
So the NLC actually advised us that once the minister said he will resolve it within 7 days, we should go and get it resolved together with the minister, then report back to the NLC on the 14th of this month. So from the time we met with the NLC until next week, Wednesday, that is the 14th of August, we are supposed to get it resolved so that we can report back to the NLC. And so today, tomorrow, and then next week, before we meet with the NLC, there's going to be a positive resolution.
That was the president of the Kolobu chapter of the Allied Health Professionals, Dr. Francis Kwachi Entry. The Minister of Finance has approved payment for the reviewed vehicle maintenance allowance and other related allowances to 3 educational unions. The unions receiving these payments are the Senior Staff Association of Universities of Ghana, the Federation of Senior Staff Associations of Ghana, and the Teachers and Educational Workers Union of the Trades Union Congress. This decision follows a threat from the unions to go on strike on August 9 due to the ministry's delay in disbursing these allowances, which have already been provided to other groups, including the University Teachers Association of Ghana, UTAG. In an interview with Citi News, the General Secretary of the Teachers and Educational Workers Union of the Trades Union Congress, King James Azotiba, indicated that the unions are now likely to put on hold their planned strike.
We had a letter yesterday from the Director General of the GTEC, Ghana Tertiary Education Council, confirming that the Minister of Finance has given authorization for the payments to be done, as was agreed by our negotiation with the Fair Wages and Salaries Commission. So once that letter has come, it means we have to talk to our people to call off the strike. In the case of some of our universities, the payments have been done already. Just that they were threatening to stop the payments because finance has not given authorization. So we will call our members to order. And then the trade unions we have, as we have gotten this, we'll do some conference discussion. Then we'll communicate to our members to call off the intended strike.
That was the General Secretary of the Teachers and Educational Workers Union of the Trades Union Congress, King James Azotiba. This is still Citi Prime News. Stories we've been bringing you so far. Special Prosecutor clears former President John Mahama of wrongdoing in Airbus scandal. Still to come, lack of street lights in Accra spares safety concerns as National Road Safety Authority urges caution at night. Please stay with us to bring you the details shortly.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Updates you on all the running stories and connects you to the newsmakers.
Imagine a one-stop shopping experience for all things made in Ghana at the This Is Ghana Exhibition 2024. Get ready to explore the remarkable fair to showcase the rich diversity, talent, innovation, and mastery of made in Ghana products and services with the This Is Ghana Exhibition 2024. Now Channel 1 TV and 97.3 Citi FM invites you to immerse yourself in a vibrant showcase of authentic Ghanaian products and services in the biggest trade fair and exhibition for local SMEs, startups, research and manufacturing industries, homegrown businesses, and indigenous corporate bodies that Ghana has ever seen. We shall promote, we shall support, and patronize various Ghanaian products, solutions, and services that are redefining the views on indigenous products and their packaging across all sectors. The date, 31st of August and the 1st of September 2024. The time is 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. each day. And the venue is the Accra Metropolitan Assembly. Call us now on 0205-973-973 for inquiries on how to participate. This is Ghana Exhibition 2024 is powered by Channel 1 TV and 97.3 Citi FM and is proudly sponsored by MTN, Core Natural, Ghana National Gas Company, Ghana Pay Mobile Money, Piva Beverages, Exim Bank, and Petroleum Commission Ghana.
The grand finale of the Literacy Challenge 2024 is here. Congratulations to our top 10 finalists. But the big question is, who out of our top 10 wins the ultimate prize of 10,000 Ghana cedis, the Glitzy Trophy, and the bragging rights as the Literacy Challenge winner for 2024? Support your favorite student, support your school, and let's promote literacy in Ghana. Tune in live to Channel 1 TV for the grand finale on Saturday, 17th August 2024 at 12 noon. Call 0205-973-973 for more details. The Literacy Challenge 2024 is powered by Citi FM, supported by Channel 1 TV, and is sponsored by Ghana National Gas Company, Alive Soap. Feel fresh, feel alive. From the House of Wilma Africa Limited. Fortune spread for bread. Yummy, delicious, always on point. Another quality product from Wilma Africa Limited. Ribby Biscuits by M4 Foods and Prospectus Ghana Limited. Your one-stop shop for all school items.
Channel 1 TV is live on DSTV, GoTV, and HD+. On DSTV, find us on Channel 363. On GoTV, we're on Channel 117. And on HD+, get us on Channel 108. On a digital TV, run a new search. But take note that without an antenna, you cannot access Channel 1 TV. Channel 1 TV can be accessed on any free-to-air digital box, like the DSTV and HD+ boxes. Channel 1 TV. Telling your story, empowering change.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Updates you on all the running stories and connects you to the newsmakers.
You all come back. Now, the Assembly member for the Mion electoral area in the northern region, Al-Hassan Abukar, is urging residents who fled the community for fear of their lives to return. According to him, calm has been restored following a conflict between some indigents which began on Tuesday morning over a land dispute and escalated to a gunfire, killing one person while several others were injured. The Assembly member also called on the residents to adopt peaceful means in resolving conflicts.
For now, actually, calm has been restored because right now we don't have any issue again. There is no any arrest right now because, people were just going anyhow. So because of that, there is no problem again with regards to that. For now, we are just urging our people to come back, those who flee, because right now there is no issue again, and the security tool is here. When you come and sit down, you also feel that calm has been restored. So for now, we don't have any issue again, because the way people are fleeing from various communities to Tamale and then to Sang, we are urging them to come back.
Al-Hassan Abukar is the Assembly member for the Myong electoral area. We still stay with this story because the paramount chief for Saboba traditional area, Ubog Boan Jing Maki Sabri IV, has expressed sadness over the clash in the Myong district that led to injuries and a loss of life. The chief called for calm, urging the leaders to use dialogue in resolving their differences. He further urged youth in the area to desist from posting or sending unverified information on social media, as that may escalate the situation. The paramount chief further called on the security to ensure justice, urging them to be fair to all sides. Now, the minority in Parliament has described the petition by the majority for a recall of the House as needless. The Speaker of Parliament, Alban Bagbin, has recalled Parliament to sit on Tuesday, September 3 this year, following a petition by the Majority Leader Alexander Afenyomarkin. Mr. Afenyomarkin emphasized the necessity of the recall, insisting that it is to facilitate the discussion and execution of critical government matters. Here's the First Deputy Minority Whip in Parliament, Ahmed Ibrahim, reacting to the matter in an interaction with Citi News.
This is the very second time that the Majority Leader and the Majority Caucus are invoking the Constitution to recall Parliament just 24 hours after the adjournment of the House CND. I also saw it on social media. However, I was consulted by him when he was trying to plead that we shouldn't adjourn CND. We should add 4 more days. But clearly, we didn't see any wisdom in remaining here for 4 more days. Because you are in government, you claim you have business to do, and we are in the chamber, and you are not there. So what are you telling me? If you know you have business to do, you must be in the chamber for us to do the business.
You had the First Deputy Minority Whip in Parliament, Ahmed Ibrahim. The absence of street lights on some major streets and highways in Accra is triggering significant security and safety concerns. With residents forced to cut their evenings short to avoid potential robberies and drivers struggling to navigate poorly lit roads, the National Road Safety Authority is urging pedestrians to wear reflective clothing at night to enhance visibility and safety. Citi News' Ajua Tenkrama Domina has more details in the following report.
It's 8 p.m. in Accra, Ghana's bustling capital. We're traveling on the Burma Camp Road, approaching the Major Mahama roundabout. The nearly 9-minute journey is shrouded in darkness, with the only sources of light being the dipped headlights of oncoming vehicles. This limited visibility forces drivers to rely on these bright lights, which, while illuminating the road, can be blinding. The lack of street lights not only causes discomfort, but also raises serious safety concerns. The Burma Camp Road is not an isolated case. Other parts of the capital, like Laboni, are also suffering from non-functioning streetlights. Residents, particularly women, are compelled to leave work earlier to avoid potential dangers due to the inadequate lighting.
It's very dangerous for our driving. For instance, when you drive around maybe 12 a.m., 1 a.m. thereabouts, and your car just broke down, what are you going to do? So it's very dangerous, and I'm appealing to the government to at least do something about it. Here is a residential area. There is a Burma camp here, the soldier camp here. So I think they should try and fix the street lights. It will be very helpful for both the drivers and those who work around here and go home late.
The Burma Camp Road is not an isolated case. Other parts of the capital, like Laboni, are also suffering from non-functioning streetlights. Residents, particularly women, are compelled to leave work earlier to avoid potential dangers due to the inadequate lighting.
In the night when it's like 12 going, the place is quiet and it's risky. So people have to go early to the house and come back, go early to the house when they close from work. I fear because sometimes I feel motor riders will snatch your bag from you.
It's a few minutes past 9 p.m. and I'm currently standing at the La Paz section of the N1 highway. This particular highway is known to be accident prone. Now, beyond this obvious factor, the street lights are not working.
Road engineer Abdullah Mahama explains the critical role street lights play in road safety and design.
The furniture, that's the street lights, the line markings, and other furnitures on the road actually communicate with the road, especially in the night. And the non-availability of these features leads to a lot of accidents on our roads.
The Electricity Company of Ghana, which collects these levies, states that it only receives funds for power consumed by streetlights and cannot account for or manage the 3% levy nor oversee maintenance.
If there is any problem with a street light, you need to investigate what the problem is. It is not the mandate of ECG to check the installation or fixing of street lights.
Have a modern way of fixing street lights that will not give thieves the advantage of stealing wires and other things that will make the street light malfunctioning. So there is a whole contract of framework of bringing in a new technological way of fixing street lights.
The clarion call from Ghanaians, pedestrians, drivers, and in fact all residents in the capital who are having to bear the brunt of the absence of these lights is just one: for the authorities who bear the power to fix the street lights.
That was Citi News' Ajua Tenkrama Domina with that report. Before we take leave of you, Ghana's 4x100 meter relay team has missed out on securing a spot in the men's final at the Paris Olympics. The team, consisting of Abdul Rashid Saminu, Benjamin Azamati, Ibrahim Fusaini and Joseph Paul Amwa, recorded a time of 38.62 seconds in Heat 2. However, their performance was overshadowed by a disqualification due to an infringement during the baton change. The media attaché of Team Ghana's contingent at the 2024 Olympics, Benjamin William Graham, has refrained from blaming the change in the lineup of Ghana's men's 4x100 relay team for the team's disappointing performance in the semi-finals.
I wouldn't say, and I wouldn't hold an opinion to the effect that it was a coaching problem. I mean, from Strasbourg, the coaches have been working on the baton pass. So the circumstances which leads to the team, dropping the baton, is not peculiar. I mean, it's not something that is peculiar to us. It's happened in different competitions, and one of the reasons the coaches had to spend a lot of time perfecting it is because of this. And I think that sometimes the atmosphere, the entire competition gets into these athletes. But I'm not going to say that because of the piece or the coach's foot. I mean, coaches can do everything theoretically and practically. When you get to the stadium, you have to make sure you get it right from what has been put on paper. On paper, it was supposed to go perfect, but on the day of execution, it wasn't the best.
Benjamin William Graham is the media attaché of Ghana's contingent at the 2024 Olympics. That'll be all for Citi Prime News, which came to you live from our studio at Adabraka in Accra. You can log on to our website, citinewsroom.com, for more news. My name is Zoe Abubeduado. Have a good afternoon.
Citi News. We speak first. Reach our hotline on 0302 224959 and get interactive on Facebook, Citi 97.3 FM, and on Twitter at Citi 973.